Hey guys, I am being oh so basic today with this video because it is a fall decorating video and there are tons of those out on YouTube right now, but I thought it would be really fun because I really enjoy fall, as you all probably well know by now. I love the colors, the coziness, everything about it. So I couldn't help myself and I went out to Michael's last night and Target and purchased some fall decorations, and so I thought I'd share it with you all. Maybe you can get some ideas for how to decorate your own room for fall. Let me know in the comments if you like fall as much as I do, and I hope you enjoy the video. So let's begin. I got... Okay, so here's the first bag, and it has in it some fall paper. I just bought a bunch of fall colors and this little wood print paper because I thought I could make some cool little craft out of this, and I'm just making it up as I go along. So really guys, at this point I don't know what I'm gonna do with all these things. I'm just showing them to you and then we'll see what I think of next. So first, some fall paper. Next, I bought another basswood circular wood piece that I can paint on and make a nice little fall decoration. You might remember in one of my past videos, actually two of them, I painted on wood like this. So I really had fun with that, and I thought it would be awesome to try it again, especially with a fall theme this time. Next bag has this white pumpkin in it, and I want to say that I got a lot of these on sale. Pretty much everything I got on sale. So this is normally $10, but I paid half price for it, so $5. And I'm going to paint some words on it or do some kind of decoration in gold paint. At least that's the plan for now. So there's that. Next, I bought a little smaller pumpkin, except I think they called this a gourd pumpkin. Nope, it's a pumpkin. I think I can just put the two together and make a nice little decoration like that. I also bought some ribbon to tie around candles, mason jars, all that stuff. I got some pine cones, and some of them are sparkly and really pretty, and they smell good. They smell so good. And these are $7, but again, I got them for, I believe, 40% off. So it was a good deal, and it can add some nice smell to my room, which I probably need because I play volleyball and things can get a little bit stinky, and we'll just leave it at that. And you can never buy fall things without getting a candle. This one is pumpkin spice, and it smells so good. And this is the last bunch of things that I bought at Michael's. Just a bunch of foliage, some sunflowers, and I think I will actually use this basket and just end up putting a bunch of flowers and leaves in here and set it somewhere in my room. So these flowers cost $13 normally, but I paid 50% for those. So there they are. And I also got, this is going to be interesting because these are garlands, so they're probably tangled up right now. Actually, not too bad. I bought two of these leaf garlands, and I think I will string these along with my lights back there. Finally, just little two leaf bouquets, and these were each $6. Again, 50% off. You gotta hit those deals because otherwise you're gonna be broke. I mean, I'm already broke, but yeah, I would be more broke if I didn't get the deals. So there are those. And then of course this basket right here. It looks so cool, and I thought it would make a great vase for the flowers and the leaves that I picked up. And this was $15, but I paid the sale price, so I didn't have to spend that much money. Finally, I have some things from Target, just a couple of things that I saw on that little, dollar section at the beginning of the store. I love that place. So I picked up another smaller basket, and this was only $3. And a tiny little candle, because you can never have too many candles. And this one is Fall Day scent, and it smells really good as well. I started with hanging up the garland, which was probably the easiest part of decorating my room, and all I did was intertwine it with the lights, so no using tape or anything. I just hung it on the places that the lights were already hung up on. And it was so easy, but it also turned out looking so great. So I really want to get more of the garland and add it to more parts of my room and my house. And now these are all the things that I'm using in the basket, the sunflowers and then the leaves. And all I did with those is put them in a big bouquet in the basket. I cut off the stems of the sunflowers and made them a little bit shorter so that they would fit in the basket better. And it was a little bit hard cutting through that wire, but all I had to do was cut a little bit into the stem and then just twist it the rest of the way off. I was super happy with how this turned out, as simple as it is. It just adds such a good burst of color to the room and makes everything seem so much cozier. So I set it beside my bed on my nightstand and I love it. This next decoration that I made, I used a light box for, and I had one previously, so I couldn't tell you where you can get one, but I'm sure you can look it up online to find a store that carries them. And I just tied this fall ribbon around it, and I actually glued it on, but I made sure that I didn't put too much glue on it because I'm thinking I'm going to reuse it for each different season and just add a different ribbon and different decorations on it. So I just used a little bit of glue just so that it could stay down for fall. I've got to say, after doing this whole video, but especially this project right here, I have so much more respect for DIY people, especially those who do it for for YouTube, because just making sure that this stayed in front of the camera while still being able to get my hands in there and work on everything was difficult because I needed it to stay in that one position so that the camera could take it, but I kept wanting to pull it towards myself, and yeah, it was difficult to figure out everything. And I also didn't really have a plan before I started, so I just kind of made it up as I went along, and that made it a little bit more challenging as well. And also, hot glue is really great, but it's so annoying because you have to attach whatever you're attaching really fast, otherwise the glue dries, just like that. So these things and more that I dealt with, props to you DIYers of YouTube. You go through a lot more struggles than I realize. So if you're trying to follow along and do the same thing at home, I just want to give you a few tips. Leave a space in the ribbon when you glue it down, because right now I am sticking in the end of this other ribbon so that I can make it look like a bow. So just make sure you leave a space at the edges of the ribbon whenever you first put the first layers down so that you can stick in the second ribbon. And yeah. So that's another thing that DIYers I admire. They give great instructions, and I'm over here like, put the thing in that thing and then do this, and and try to make it look like that. I'm such a great teacher, aren't I? So after making that first bow, I then put some more loops in on the other empty sides. And I just did the same thing. I just stuck them down in the first ribbons and glued them down a little bit. So now it looks like I did this cool fancy bow with 4 little loops, but in reality I just pieced things together. So as a finishing touch, I decided to break open my bag of pine cones, and it even has some little sparkly pumpkins in there. So I just arranged them on my little light box in what way I thought looked best. Took a few tries, but finally I got it looking how I wanted it to look. And I even started gluing them down. I glued down a few of the pumpkins, but I decided to just leave it loose, and I'm not going to be moving it really. So they're sitting loose on top of there, staying in one part of my room, and it'll make it easier whenever I want to change the theme. But for now, I really, really, really like the way that this turned out. So the next thing I did was to decorate my dresser, and of course I had to take everything off first. Maybe some of you recognize that ice cream picture that was sitting up there from a previous video. And you are about to see another picture. There it is from my last video. This is my really short fall picture that I painted while listening to my fall playlist, and I thought it would make a nice touch up there since it has all those warm fall colors. The first thing I placed up there was my nice candle, and then I brought out the pine cones again and my small basket from Target, and so I arranged the pine cones in a way that they're like falling out of the basket. So I bought a white pumpkin specifically for the reason that I wanted to paint on it. And I knew I wanted to say some word or maybe make polka dots or something. I didn't know, but I decided to just settle with the word fall. Very simple, but it's cool. And I wanted it to be in gold paint, but I have bronze paint, which turned out looking gold. I don't even know what the difference would be. So, and right here it looks a little bit bronze in this lighting and when it's still wet, but when it dried, it definitely looked more gold. So that is Artist Loft paint, and it is acrylic paint, just in case anybody was wondering. And so I just painted the word fall, went over it a couple times, and then I put a coat on the stem of the pumpkin to make it a little more colorful. And here it is, finished, and so I just set that off to the side on my dresser amongst the pine cones. And as a final touch, I peeled off the label on the candle and got some more of that fall ribbon and super glued it onto the candle. Last but not least, I decided to add my own touch and put one of my old palettes underneath the candle and give it a little bit more artsy feel because I am an artist. So there you have it. finally, I used my last little candle and just set it next to the basket of flowers on my nightstand because you can never have too many candles, let's be honest. And this is what my nightstand looks like. And you already saw my dresser and the lights in my room. And so that finishes up my little room makeover for fall. I hope you liked the video, guys, and I hope you got some ideas. I do want to mention one thing. I know I got paper and a piece of wood as well, but seeing as how this video is already running a bit too long, I will save those for later. I will probably take a video of the wood piece, the wood painting that I'm planning to do, but the paper I am probably going to be doing on my own, and I will post a picture of that on Instagram when I am finished so you can see how that turned out. So, as always, I appreciate all of your support. Leave a like on this video and also a comment letting me know what you think about this type of video and if I should do more. And thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching this, and I'll be back with another video next week.